Hello, visionary, and welcome to the Divinely Designed Partnership event. This is an exciting 4 full days of deep information and radical insight into relationships. It is going to look at relationships in an entirely new way. It is going to be looking at human design in an entirely new way. And so today, what I'm going to ask of you all that are here live is to do something a little different, is to let us know your relationship status. Since we're going to be doing all about relationship, what I'd like to know is, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Are you interested in finding your beloved? Are you in a business partnership? And or it's complicated or anything else you want to let us know. So please go ahead and type in the chat now and let us know. This is going to help us to serve you during these 4 days. Now, many of you have been emailing us talking about your partnerships and asking some questions, and I do want to set up a few housekeeping. Davidian and I will be in the Facebook group all week. In the Spiritualized Entrepreneurs, Awakening to Their Next Level, we're going to be there and we're going to be supporting you with comments and helping you with your charts the best we can for this entire week. So it's, if we have missed a chart, if you have posted in the past, give us another chance. We'll be there this week and we're going to try our very, very best to get to as many as we can. Okay, so say hi in the chat. And the other housekeeping is about this experience here at the Divinely Designed Partnership event. We're going to ask for your time. This is a free event, but I don't take your time lightly. I'm really honored to have you here. And when you show up and when you say yes to an event like this, you want to make sure that you're saying yes based on your inner authority. Your inner authority is what we base things on here in human design. So that means your inner authority is like, yes, I'm interested in this. And then when you follow through and you show up, what you're doing is you're building the trust with yourself. You're building a trust with your commitment. And when you're talking partnership, trust is really important. So trust is something that you and I will develop together through this event. And so you want to also develop the trust within yourself. When you commit, you're doing so to create a container of safety, of exploration, and an opportunity to really explore whatever issues you need to explore. And you know that you're going to show up no matter what. You know that you're going to be there for yourself, and I'm going to be there for you. And also Davidian is here, and he is going to be there for all of us as well. So this is a unique ask, is that if you are showing up, I'm just going to ask that you show up for the 4 days the best you can. Now, if you're just seeing this and this is your first time here, please type first time if this is your first time catching me and you haven't opted in. There is a link to opt in because you do want to make sure you opt in. If you can't make it live, we are going to be sending out the replay for all of you. Okay, so you do have to make sure you opt in to the event. So welcome. This is going to be really deep and juicy and a little bit more personal than we usually get because we're talking relationships. So, I'm going to take a second to say hi to everybody who is here. So, Clove, it's your first time. Welcome. Sarah, it's your first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, I see Lauren. Hi, Lauren. You're single and open to meeting your beloved soulmate match. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm so excited because we're going to talk a lot about that today. Hi Lucille. Hi Vicky. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my God. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hey Taylor. Super excited to have you. Hey Christine. I love you guys. Awesome. So if you know of anybody who is interested in learning about human design that you want to go through this event with you, please tag them and or share them. That's how we grow. That's how projectors grow. Is if you see something that you're like, ooh, I want my friend to see this. I want my business partner. I want my hubby, my wife, my partner of any kind. Then just tag them here and or share it. I really appreciate it. It's so great for projector. Natalie, first timer, single, call forth my soul partner. Awesome. Yes, that's fantastic. Awesome. Hey, Melissa, first time. Oh my God, this is so exciting. I'm so excited. So since we have so many people that are here first time, please also type in your type. And Vicky, thank you so much for the shares. You know, I love you. Hello, Andrea. Oh my God, welcome, welcome. All right. So I'm going to start today off with a little personal story that I don't share very often, which has to do with Davidian and I, because we're talking all about relationship, okay? So many of you may or may not know, I was single before I met Davidian for many years. So my last really long-term relationship was 7 years before I met Davidian. I lived alone. I had my own house. I had my own mortgage. I was working for corporate in an all-women's company. Everything I did was surrounded by women. I was in all the spiritual groups and did all the things, and I had a lot of girlfriends that I loved and really got a lot from that experience. I loved being single. To be perfectly frank with you, I loved it. I loved having my own house. I loved living alone. I bought I got my dog, who was my best friend also, and we friggin' had the best time ever. I lived at the beach. I lived in Long Beach, and it was really a really great time. However, this is a big however. I knew that I was designed for great love. I knew I was designed. I shouldn't say designed because that makes you think that human design wise. It wasn't that. It was I was feeling a deep knowing that I was going to do my life with a beloved love. Now, I've never been married. I've been in relationships and I've been in long-term relationships before Davidian, but I knew I was never going to marry them because I was not willing to settle. I was not willing to settle for something that wasn't spiritual, that wasn't fulfilling my soul, that wasn't a beloved love. That's what I call beloved love, where it's not just, oh, let's do life together, let's have kids, let's do this organization together and have a house. It's like a depth of connection, a soul journey, a beloved, a spiritual connection, something that's bigger than this world connection. And I knew it. I felt it. And I longed for it. And then I would go out on these dates and I would, have these horrible experiences with people where it was like, this is so gnarly. And it was really hard to stay positive because I was getting older and I did not meet a lot of men because I worked for all women's facility organization. And so I was online dating and I would meet someone, they'd seem spiritual, then you go in person and you're like, ah. no. And then you go home and you're like, I'm never going to find the one. And you go into kind of a depression cycle. And this happened for 7 freaking years. Okay. This was no joke. I was very committed, yet I was not having results on my dates. And if you were a friend of mine at that time, then you knew that it was a deep pain. And I came from a relationship that in my late 20s was abusive psychologically. It was not narcissistic abuse, so I don't want to get that wrong. It was not physical or anything like this, but it was a narcissistic abuse and betrayal that left me spinning out of control and left me really angry at men. And so this anger kind of festered, and I didn't know it was there. And because one of my beloved clients, who teaches about plant medicine, and because Vicky was mentioning it, we talked about it in my class, I'm going to reveal that during this time I did an ayahuasca ceremony. I've only done it once. And it was during that ceremony that I unraveled that my anger towards men was pushing men away. And it was that anger that was deeply seated, also anger towards my dad for not showing up as a father figure. And I needed to heal it. And once I revealed that insight, then I began my deep spiritual work. Now, mind you, I had not met human design yet because it was Davidian that brought it to me. So this was all before I had met human design. So I knew I needed to do my spiritual work to heal my anger. So does anyone have anger towards men or towards the other opposite sex or something like this? Because all these things need to be healed. So it was then I did Catherine Alice's work, who I'm giving a plug to, who, if you guys don't know, she wrote the foreword to my book, Are You a Mutant? And she talks about the energy work, calling in your beloved. So she says to do a ritual, and after I had healed the anger, I began the ritual of calling in a sacred energy. And she said to take a brand new picture with that energy and to post it online through this ritual. And this is just one of many things she did, but I took a new picture, I did a ritual, I called in the frequency, I posted it, and the very first comment that came in after this ritual was the best comment ever from Davidian. And he said, "You look like a warrior goddess." A Viking princess. Well, you guys get it. So Davidian's in the other room because no, it's a Viking princess. Okay. Good thing Davidian's here, because now it's like, no, it's a Viking princess. But it was the best comment ever. Sorry, that was so funny. Okay, I'm ruining my story. It was a Viking princess, but it was the best comment, okay? And so we started talking and we connected, and you know, the first thing that we started doing when we were talking on the phone was Davidian was bringing all this intel to me. Okay, he's bringing the love cards, he's bringing all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, I don't. Whoever this guy is, before we even met, we were digging in to study and astrology and all the things I freaking love and I'm obsessed with. And that was the foundation to our relationship. And many of you know the story. Some of you are new here. Davidian was the one who told me I was a projector in human design. Now, Davidian is a mutant. He has how many mutant channels? 4 mutant channels. Okay. And one of which is the 214. He is here to mutate the direction of the other. So if he cannot mutate your direction, you're not the right person for him. So, needless to say, this little piece of information, your projector in human design mutated my whole life, my entire direction, everything. So, let's put it this way, I'm very mutable. I'm mutatable. And so I mutated, and it was discovering this that I was a splenic projector actually saved my life, because it was during the time I wanted to leave corporate, and I had, really been trying and nothing was working for me. And so it was the first time I was actually recognized as a projector, came from Davidian. And since that time, I got obsessed with human design first, and I got my certification and dove in because I was basically debilitated in life and burnt out, frazzled, and a crying, heaping mess on the bathroom floor every single night. And so I was like, there's nothing else that's explained me or this or anything. So I got to go in. And then after I went in, then Davidian went in. And so we have been digging in and geeking out on this stuff ever since. And one of the things that's so interesting is what happens when you put the two charts together. It shows you an entirely new perspective on your relationship. Now, I want you guys to know Davidian and I have our issues. I'm not saying we're perfect, okay? We have our issues. I'm not saying that human design is the only thing we do. We do a ton of other things. We bring in a lot of spiritual techniques. We bring in meditation. Davidian brings in hypnosis. We bring in spiritual psychology and therapy and all the things, because everything is really important to grow and self-actualize and to become solid as partners. So during these 4 days, I'm asking that you bring your relationship stuff here. Your business partners, even if you have a child, a ex-husband, whatever it is, bring it here. And this is where we are going to collectively, as a community, stir up some stuff and look at it from a brand new perspective. Because I honestly do believe that just the spiritual healing, just the therapy, just the this, just the that, without the human design, will not bring you the insight that the human design piece will bring. The human design piece will turn everything inside out. And what human design will do is show you how to enter into a relationship correctly. So, what's interesting was, because I had done so much inner work, I was doing a deep spiritual practice. We actually entered into the relationship correctly because I exposed the energy, and he recognized and invited me without us really even knowing it. And then when we go deeper into the chart, he has the boldness, shyness, and he needed to get pulled out. And so then I was able to then pull him out. And so luckily, we danced in the human design realm without even knowing it, that that's what we were doing. Until much later. And then the more we exposed our charts, the better and easier everything got within the context of the relationship. Because what happens is, when you look at the charts together, you will discover who has the strength, who has the weakness. You will discover who needs to take the lead in what area. You discover where a hot spot is, meaning where the crisis point is in a relationship. And if you don't know your human design, that crisis point almost always leads to fights and oftentimes to the breakup. It's the breakup piece point in the relationship. When you know your human design, it's not that it heals that point, but the awareness gives you the tools you need to navigate it. Okay, to navigate it. It shows you how friends and socializing fit into your union. It shows you whether you're moving in the same direction in the future, and it shows you how you're electromagnetically pulled to the other, not just your lover, but your partners and your business partners. And that's really important in business because you may be pulled to the wrong thing that you need for business success. Okay, so make sure you're letting us know if you are looking for more information around your business or your partnership, because we look at the charts a little bit differently. But as we go through this in these 4 days, I'm going to give you as much information as I can. I'm going to really deep dive. I'm going to be sharing some deep material as I did today. I'm also going to be doing some chart readings. So if you haven't entered the drawing, there is still time to enter the drawing in order to get your chart pulled for your partner. Now, as I said, we're going to try our best to answer as many questions as we can, but I am going to be doing a live partnership reading. And the first one I'm choosing is tomorrow. So Tuesday at 3:33, I'm going to be choosing a partnership chart, composite chart. I'm going to show you the composite chart and I'm going to do a reading. Okay, so it's going to be really, really fun. Then on Thursday, I'm going to do another drawing. So if you haven't yet purchased Are You a Mutant? That's how you get entered into the drawing. Are You a Mutant? You can get it on Amazon or Audible. Just send us the receipt. You go into the drawing. And then I'm going to be doing readings tomorrow, maybe Wednesday and Thursday, or maybe just Thursday. So we'll see how it unfolds, but it's going to be really fun. So today, I want to give you guys your first basic understanding of what you need to look at in a relationship by type. So if you haven't yet, put in the chat if you are a projector, if you're a generator, a manifesting generator, a manifestor, or a reflector. And I want to tell you a little bit about that experience in a relationship. And this is a great starting out point. And it's going to seem really obvious, but it is not. It is not. It is a profound insight. Hey, Krista Marie Miller. You have been on my mind so much. Hi, Jennifer. So we have Krista is a projector. I'm sorry, Krista is a manifestor. Sorry, I was looking at. Sorry. Krista is our manifestor. Hey, Nikki. Oh my God. Britt, this is going so fast that I'm like, ah. Okay, Sarah's a projector. Manifesting generator, Denia. Clove is a manifestor. Meredith is a manifestor. Hi, Sonny. Oh my God, I'm so glad you made it. Manifestor. Okay. So the very most basic thing we need to talk about is your type. Hi, Lauren Windsor. Okay. So projectors. This is going to seem super obvious, but it's not. Projector women actually sometimes have it a little bit easier entering into a relationship correctly because they actually need to be invited. So a projector man who doesn't know human design and who is doing what you're told to do and all the spiritual dating, and they're going out and they're initiating, they're going to have a lot of a lot of pullback. They're going to have a lot of pain probably around relationships. So projectors do need to be invited. However, you are allowed to reveal yourself in the same way that a lighthouse beacon turns its light on. And so you're allowed to expose your genius without pushing it on anybody if you are looking for your beloved, let's say. Now, when you are in a relationship, somehow, projectors, you need to feel successful. You need to feel successful in that relationship. You need to feel seen. You need to feel recognized. Now, I have a lot of close friends, girlfriends, and they love me and I love them. And I can tell who really recognizes me and who doesn't. And that's, some of them aren't interested in human design and they're best friends for since, college or whatever. And so you don't just throw out those best friends, but you recognize this person doesn't fully recognize me. And so I'm limited in the invitations I accept from them. Now with Davidian, he just blanket recognizes me. Does he always want my insight? No. Does he always want me to tell him what to do and always lead, guide, and direct him? No. Absolutely not. We get to be together, and I have to feel successful in the context of our relationship, and that's really personal. I can't really express to you why I feel successful. I think a lot of it is because he loves human design and I love human design. And when we share that, it makes me feel successful. And just the blanket recognition that he has seen me, and he was the first person to see me and bring to me the information, the first person, and he's always mutating my path. It's not just human design, it's friggin' everything. Okay. The man brings me tons of stuff, even music choices that I would never have normally heard. And he brings me all of this stuff. So he's constantly living his design by bringing this mutative information to me. And so I get to feel recognized. But you have to know that within the context of the relationship, I'm not always going to be lead, guiding, and directing him. I'm not always going to be providing my insight to him. Okay. Now, generators and manifesting generators within the context of the relationship, you must feel satisfied. You must feel juicy. You must feel that there is a satisfaction going on within the relationship. If you feel frustrated, so if you're in a business relationship and you're just frustrated all the time and it's not working and you're feeling frustrated, then that's not the right relationship for you. It's literally that simple. Satisfaction is like a zing. It's creative, it's satisfying, it's juicy. And so satisfaction is not something that happens once. Satisfaction is something that happens throughout the context of the relationship. Now, Nancy says she's been together for 28 years. Congratulations, by the way. If you have been together for a really long time, then when we start looking at those hot spots and we start looking at those connection points, you're going to learn something new about that partnership. Okay. So, sometimes going in deeper into those connections is really fun. And we're going to do that throughout the week. So, today I just want to give you that basic foundation. Now, my manifestors, there's a lot of manifestors here, Krista and Sonny, and I saw a couple others. Manifestors, let's talk about this for a minute. Now, manifestors have a really unique aura. The manifestor needs to feel that you can actually be a lone wolf within your relationship. Meredith too. Okay, thank you, Krista. Yeah, Meredith. So you need to feel like you can be alone without anyone feeling bad about it. You need to be that soul power and that initiator within the context of your relationship. And this is really unusual. So, for example, my sister is a manifestor. And when we travel together, she says to me, uh, can you let me just read during this trip? Because I'm a projector and I want to blah all the time and I love girl talk and everything. My sister, right? She's like, can we just read? She's like a real bookworm and I love my sister so much. And we haven't gone on a trip together in a little bit, but when we did, she was like, I'm going to read my book. And so what that meant is I need to just be with her while she's in her own space, right? And she needs to be able to speak for me. And my sister actually does. She speaks for me in a lot of cases. So Krista says, absolutely right. That is my how, right? Interesting, right? So the other huge piece for a manifestor, right, is you need to feel peace. You need to feel a tranquil nature in the relationship. You need to feel as though there's something peaceful here. There's something that is drawing and bringing me peace, right? Now, do we have any reflectors here? Let's talk about reflectors. So reflectors, the really most important thing is you guys need to feel that you are in the right spot. You're in the right spot, like wherever you guys are living together or wherever you are. So if you have moved recently or you're moving in together or whatever, you need to feel that there's a bit of an awe. You need to feel that you're in the right location. Now, this is also true for my mental projectors, right? So my mental projectors who are here, that's another, obviously, a really big piece for you. Now, what I want you to think about today as your homework is the question is, what relationships for projectors, okay? What relationships in your life do you feel successful within? What relationships? What relationships do you feel fully recognized? Fully recognized. So list them out, okay? So this week, we are exploring relationships. It's going to be so fun. Now, if you're just getting here, I did ask everybody to commit to this week because I'm going to commit to you all. And we're going to have a community gathering for the next 4 days. We're going to be with you in the Facebook group. We're going to be commenting, looking at charts. We're going to be working with you. So we're asking, and like I said, we don't take this lightly. We're asking for you to show up here every day for 4 days. So we're asking for you to commit so that we can create a container. Now, commitment is really powerful. And the fact that you guys are all here right now, I just want to kiss you and hug you right now, because there's so much out there. There's so many things that you could be doing. And the fact that you're here and you're committing to this experiment and this experience together is really profound for me and for Davidian. We're really grateful to have you. And we're just really honored to give back to the community because this is completely free. And so we want to make sure that we're giving as much as we can. That's why we're showing up here now. And some of you were upset that we missed some charts. And that's just because we were in the book launch and we were so busy. So we want to apologize if we missed anybody's charts, okay? We're going to do our very best. And we just got a bunch of charts in right now. So we're going to do our very, very best to really commit And so we're asking for you guys to commit as well. And we don't take it lightly. You're committing to your own relationship, your own potential beloved, your own potential of healing a relationship if it needs it, or deepening a relationship, or creating a beloved love in a relationship that maybe needs some juicing up, or a business partnership dynamic to create even more success in your business. How cool is that? Okay. These are all the things that we're going to be touching on, right? You better say me, Vicky. Yeah, so we're super honored to have you guys here. And are you going to commit? Okay, awesome. So it's one of your favorite topics. I know, me too. I'm obsessed. Okay, your business partner is a sacral MG. Okay, so awesome, Sani. Awesome, Vicky. Awesome. Okay, so projectors, who recognizes you? This is the question. Generators, do you notice satisfaction in your relationships? There's something else, okay? Generators and MGs, this is the question for you. And I want to hear from all of you guys in the Facebook group. Okay. So all of you guys, we want to hear from you. And this is a way for us to connect as a community. Okay. Who knows? Maybe your soulmate's there waiting for you in the community. I was thinking about that today. And I go like, wouldn't it be fun if we like started some kind of a dating thing throughout this event? Right? Because it helps to be in a community of like-minded and these people who are studying and they want to learn and they're obsessed with human design, right? You know? Yeah. Okay, so projectors, you know what your homework is. Generators and MGs, satisfied, and do you see a lot of synchronicities with the person you're with? So this is also really fun because I do have to admit this is another thing that happens all the time with Davidian and I. Synchronicities and signs and like all these magical things. And especially when we were first dating, we had so many magical synchronicities. We were like keeping track of them. And so, when you're in a great relationship as a MG or a generator, when you're seeing lots of magical signs and synchronicities and you're getting a juicy satisfaction. Okay, you're feeling that juicy satisfaction. So who? And I want you right now to think about friends as well as maybe exes or people, business partners, people in your life right now, so you can feel the difference between relationships that you're in or relationships that are your friends, right? So you want to feel the difference in all of your relationships, okay? So I want you guys to be taking notice of your relationships that you're in right now. It's going to really help, right? This is like fun homework. This is fun homework. Yeah, and look at children, brothers, family members, people that you're in relationship with, anybody. Okay. Manifestors, what I want you to look at is who is on your case when you try and do your own thing. Who's like bugging you when you're trying to do your own thing, right? Like you're saying, I need a minute. I want to read my book for the next couple of hours. And these people are like, hey, can I have your attention? Hey, I need to know this from you. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Like they can't leave you alone. Okay. Manifestors, you need to feel like I can tell you this is what my boundary is, and people can respect that. And you're comfortable informing. I need this time. I need this space. You're comfortable informing, and people aren't like, what? That's not cool. We were supposed to do A, B, and C today. We were supposed to da 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 da. You know, so you want to make sure you're comfortable and you're informing. Okay, Krista? Yeah. You want to make sure that like you can let them know, hey, this is my space, and you're comfortable in letting them know. It's been hectic. Yeah, exactly. Your children. So yeah, let's hear about what it's like, right? It's very, very interesting, right? So now, if I am missing, okay, so reflectors. Let's talk about reflectors because I know we have some here and I know some are listening to the recording. So for you, reflectors, who in your life is making you feel this surprise? Who are you surprised by? Who surprises you? Is it your children? Is it your business partner? Is it, this person that you were on a date with? Who's bringing you surprise? Okay, so that's where we're going to start today. Tomorrow I am doing a drawing, and I'm going to be showing you what happens when you put two charts together. I'm going to be showing you what to look for. I'm going to be showing you what happens, and it's going to be so frigging fun. Okay, so I can't wait to see you guys in the Facebook group. Please post your charts, your partner's charts, ask the questions there, and then I will see you tomorrow at 333. I'm going to commit to each one of you. We're going to build this community. We're going to support each other and nurture each other through this journey. So I will look forward to seeing you guys in the Facebook group, and I love you all so, so much. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly, truly, truly my greatest honor, and I want you guys to feel this depth of intimacy. This is what we're doing here today in the partnership and in this divinely designed partnership event. Also tomorrow, I want to tell you guys I'm dropping the commercial for this program, and it's gonna frigging rock your world. It's gonna blow you away. It is so good. It is so good. So I wanted to get you guys excited about it, and I'm going to drop it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the Facebook group. I'll see you here, same time, same place, 333 tomorrow. Mwah. I love you guys.